Hello and welcome. Welcome to Free Spirited Doctor, a podcast by me, Crystal Abbots. And I'm here to help you feel light as a feather. Hello. Thank you for joining me. My name is Crystal and I am a lover of life. I am here to share educational and inspirational stories to guide you in becoming the person you desire to be. I'll be using storytelling to make this a comfortable and safe space for you to feel more connected to me, someone else, yourself, or the world around you. I'm hoping you feel something, learn something, or become inspired as you continue your fulfilling and rewarding journey through life. I'm grateful for this opportunity to share this space as Free Spirited Doctor. Welcome to episode 1. So in this episode, I was planning on not planning. I was planning on being free and simply talking about whatever was in my mind. And I guess I am still doing that, but in a different way. So instead of just talking to talk and talking about all the things crossing through my brain right now, I have something specific on my mind that I would like to share with you. I wrote a blog post a while ago, and it was a powerful one. Is a powerful post that talks about my experiences with postpartum depression and anxiety. And I'm feeling drawn to share that with you today. So it was a blog post I wrote on July 21st for Legacy Wellness. And you can find that online at legacywellnessmi.com. Head over to the blog. This specific article is entitled Feeling Numb and Lost in Postpartum Depression. It begins with a quote, "Allow yourself to flourish within, and then gift yourself and others with the whole you." And here's my story. The gift of listening. So much noise, outside, inside, all around. I try to listen. I try to focus. Nothing. There is nothing. There is an overwhelming amount of noise, but nothing worth processing. I hear noise. I'm lost in our conversation. I don't hear you. I can't even hear myself. I forgot why I was listening, what I was trying to hear. The lights, noises, chaos, and clutter. I'm somewhat paralyzed and spinning in a vortex. The buzz is all around me, but I can't seem to connect to anyone or anything. I'm here, but I can't hear you. I exist. You exist. But the noise drowns out my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Now I hear nothing. I feel nothing. And that's where it started. The time had come to face the depression and anxiety that I had let consume me for the past few years. In this moment, I realized I simultaneously had everything and nothing. I realized it was time to reconnect with my natural self, the self I was born to be. I realized it was time to find awareness in my breath and in my body. It was time to be present, to be me. And if not for myself, then for my husband and our children. Postpartum depression and anxiety defined me at that time. I labeled the mental health conditions as mine. Instead of claiming to suffer from depression and anxiety, I became fully immersed and consumed by these conditions. My identity shifted and my personality vanished. I lost my spunk and zest for life. It was time to emerge from the darkness and live my life on purpose. Our daughter was 2 and our son was an infant. Our little family was struggling. My husband was burned out with his job. We had no family nearby. And our little ones deserved more energy than what I could find within myself. They needed a mom who wanted to live, a mom who shared their enthusiasm for life. And my husband needed me. Our children needed me, and I needed me. The time had finally come for me to reclaim my identity, my life. Even while mentally and emotionally paralyzed and lost in the vortex, and unable to hear my husband and children, I could feel them. My family was yearning for me, the me I used to be. It was time to unearth myself. It was time to emerge from the darkness and live my life on purpose. This is my gift to them. Birds drop their feathers. That is their legacy. It's what they leave behind. Who we are and who we become is what we will leave behind. Focus on the present moment and allow yourself to flourish within. Our company is called Legacy Wellness. The logo has a feather. The feather represents our legacy. It's what we leave behind when we move on from a conversation, a space, a community, and eventually when we move on from Earth. My question for you, what will you leave behind? How will people feel after you leave a conversation with them? How will you be remembered? What is your legacy? Back to the story. I was numb. I couldn't do life. One of my babies held eye contact with me in such a powerful way that my trance broke. I broke. I broke down and cried. My boobs leaked through my shirt and I ugly cried until I started shaking. I felt something, and it was surreal. One of the most powerful, transformative moments of my existence came to me through eye contact with my tiny human, a human who depended on me for survival. And in that moment, that specific moment, I decided it was my time to reinvest in myself and my quality of life. I was ready to give more of myself to my children and my husband. I slowly began investing in my self-care. And then one day, a few months later, I giggled. I giggled with my kiddos while they watched a silly squirrel, the simplest thing. And our interactions with each other and that squirrel helped me realize my purpose is in my family. They are my legacy. Our children don't need tangible gifts. They need moms and dads who are present with them. Whew. Through a variety of massage, mindfulness, and movement therapies, I rediscovered myself and reconnected with my essential nature. I am happy. I am free. Free from depression, anxiety, guilt, anger, and all else that prevented me from feeling and experiencing a beautiful life. I made intentional changes for myself, for my husband, and for our children. Our family is thriving. We are playful, free-spirited, and connected with nature. When stressors come our way, we look to each other for support, for strength. We smile, we hug, and we dance. We sing silly songs and move our bodies in ways that give us strength, courage, and confidence to live out our purpose. Another challenge for you. Listen. I challenge you to listen. What are you hearing? When you close your eyes, what are you feeling? Listen, feel, experience. As humans, we listen and experience life with more than our ears. Being present, listening, and feeling is an art. Being present in our life allows us to hear. We listen, we feel, we experience. The energy we pour into our existence is life. And we do this thing called life for ourselves and for those we love. Now take a moment, listen. Listen with your body. Turn off your brain. Toss aside the wish lists and tasks lists. Just listen. What is your body telling you? What are you feeling? Does self-care exist in your world? Whew, now listen when you are home. Listen when you are with other people. Listen. What is your partner or your children telling you? Not with their words, but with their eyes and their bodies. Do they feel nurtured and loved? Do they feel as important as your list? That's something to think about now, isn't it? I challenge you to gift yourself. Gift yourself with the art of listening. And then listen to your mind, your body, and your loved ones. Allow yourself to flourish within, and then gift yourself and others with the whole you. Be present, be free, and be you. Wow, I wrote that. I'm still processing the fact that I wrote that. I felt it. I lived it. I processed it. And I was able to put it into words. I'm using this podcast as a platform from which I can share personal stories and stories of others that are inspirational, that can and hopefully will inspire you to live a life you love and to become the person you desire to be. Now, I think that is going to be all for episode 1. And please, if you are struggling with depression or anxiety, reach out for help. Connect with somebody you know. Connect with somebody you don't know. You're not alone.